Showing off my design here for a moderator for the Beeman Raider. I've currently got it on. I'll discuss some of the features of it, and then I'll do a demonstration to show how well they work. It works in either PETG or PLA, or at least those are the two materials I've tested. I kind of like PLA a little more. It's easy to print with, and I like this, at least the filaments I've got on hand. It's a little more matte, and so it kind of blends in and matches a little bit better with the existing material. And that's one of the things I wanted to do when I made this. I didn't want a huge, obnoxious moderator, and I wanted it to honestly kind of match the look of the stock moderator. And I'll show you the design here. I think it's worth looking into. Not real efficient. I mean, fairly overboard. The way they sort of did their baffles. I mean, it's to support ease of manufacturing is why they did it with the plugs and when they injection molded. But that's that. Maybe I'll come in a little bit closer and give you a little better view of how that works. And it just easy to take off. You stick an Allen key in there, and it should come right out, or at least mine did. And they've got nice metal threads on the actual barrel itself. And the other thing I'm really glad they did is they provided this nice shoulder, and that really lends itself pretty well to 3D printing a moderator, because a lot of designs I've seen on Thingiverse and other places, they don't model their threads very well. Usually what they do is they just rely on the CAD software to do the 1/2x20 threads, and that requires you to go back through and cut them with a tap, and I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do some directly threads, and that's the case here. And so I'll probably include some better pictures so you can see kind of the full gun. You get kind of a better aspect ratio on it. But there's the big one, and I thought I'd also I printed some cutaways to discuss and show off. Let me zoom in here. You can see the depth here because this is all black. It sometimes doesn't show up great, but the small one's 4 baffles. The first blast baffle's a little thicker walled. I don't think that's necessary, but I said, what the heck, I'll do it anyways. The threads in this are modeled fairly loosely, so that it can just thread directly on, straight off the printer. I can get away with that for a couple of reasons. One, there's a lot of threads, so you still get pretty positive engagement. You also can deal with the slop. If it was machined, you need these threads to help index, but on this case, you've got this nice big solid shoulder, and that's what it's indexing off of right here. That slips over. It's a nice seamless fit. So this particular one's got 4 baffles plus your exit aperture. Nice big blast chamber. I also reinforced the blast chamber. Again, probably not necessary, but anytime you're dealing with 3D printing, your Z-axis is going to be the weakest. So of course, air pressure goes in. It wants to force it this way, and you don't just pop it right off. Again, I don't think it's at all necessary, but I did it anyways. Of course, when you're printing it, this is the best orientation to print it on the print bed. The business end down, it prints up. You don't need any support because everything's got nice kind of angles here that it's not printing something without a support. And kind of the same deal. This is the extra large one, and it's got an extra baffle. I mean, the biggest improvement here is just more air volume, and then. Again, same deal. I made the reinforcements just a tad longer on this one because it's not so much the air pressure, but it's also like gripping it and leaning in against a wall. I actually think I like the smaller one better. When you're talking noise improvement, there's definitely a significant jump in quality from the stock one to the small one. But from the small one to the big one, it's definitely quieter, but it's kind of a marginal improvement. And for my purposes, I don't necessarily need whisper quiet performance.